This is Jukka Tolvanen, ABB. With this YouTube clip, I want to show you some highlights of the Moto Summit 2012 seminar, which was held in Zurich in early December 2012. Seminar was organized by EMSA and Swiss Agency for Efficient Energy Use. I was really impressed with these 2 days in Zurich. We had selected experts of motor systems around the table. All discussions after presentation and during coffee breaks were very fruitful. First, I would like to show some key persons we met, and then I have some video clips of presentations and panel sessions. Here we have Alex Salkowski from IMS on right-hand side, talking with my colleague Ari Tammi and Hannu Väänänen. Here we have Professor Almeida from University of Coimbra, Portugal, talking with Hannu and Ari again. In this picture, Hannu is chatting with Vida Rosite. She's from International Energy Agency from Paris. Here, Hannu is talking with Marcos Alvarez from Energy Efficiency Unit from European Commission. Here, Hannu is talking with Gerhard Berge, KSP. As you see, we had not only motor specialists participating, but also pump and drive manufacturers were active. We are talking about the efficiency of the motor systems. Here Ari is talking with NEMA representatives Rob Boteler and Bill Hyatt. In the first clip, my colleague Ari tells about ABB synchronous reluctance motor package.
So 2 different products altogether. The first one is the high output synchronous reluctance motor and drive package, where the motor is now compact, up to 2 frame sizes smaller than conventional induction motor, enabling lighter and smaller cost-effective machine designs. And obviously that is an advantage for an OEM.
In the next clip from panel hosted by Konrad Brunner, Alex tells how to share risk related to energy efficiency investments.
Really the solution, and this is coming from someone that's really more outside of the motor manufacturer community, is that right now most of the risk in adopting these efficient technologies lies with the customer, the OEM, who wants to keep the price of their machine the lowest, the end user, which is really facing a risk from both a price and a production risk perspective. So I think one of the best ways that legislative bodies, that organizations like NEMA, the European Commission, and motor suppliers can do to implement some of these great technologies is to share in the risk that is presented to the customer. Meaning right now, the customer could potentially face production disruptions. They have an increase in cost in a time that's quite difficult financially to raise funds for these new products. So if you are able to come up with a system where the risk is shared, and it's not all on the end user or on the OEM, meaning perhaps the manufacturers offer a scheme where the customer can pay for the higher efficiency products through the energy savings that they realize over that 1 to 2 year period, or where the governments can supply some rebates and incentives for companies to invest in these higher efficiency products. I really think that that's where the biggest potential lies, in spreading of the risk of this and not just expecting the customer to take it on.
Very good points, thank you Alex. In the next clip, Marcos is approaching system efficiency from directive perspective.
Yeah, I think it seems like also the standard makers are struggling with going from one component to a system. And even if the standard makers are not delivering you standardized backgrounds, very difficult for you to continue on a regulation level.
Yeah, but for instance, I know that for the standard makers, it's complicated to go for this, but we are ready to introduce some kind of request on the mandate we issued as a result of the first regulation. And we know that this is something that is going to take time. It's something that for us is also complicated, and from member states, when we put obligations on them, it's also complicated because then verifying how systems are working, it's something that is not so obvious. It's something that is not as a product is placed on the market, so I go to the market, I take the product and I can evaluate if it's meeting the requirements or not. This is something much more complicated, and I think we need to think on that. This is why we want to launch these studies, because we need to have all the brains we can collect thinking on this. I think the sector has been thinking on this for quite a long time now, and we haven't found a solution, a perfect solution for the moment. But it's quite clear to me and to my colleagues that the big saving potential, and we have to, is there, and we have to tackle this potential and unlock these savings, because it's the only way we have for achieving the objectives that we have put in ourselves in terms of energy savings and CO2 emission reductions, etc.
As you see, we had true professionals participating. If you are interested, please join us in October 2013 when we meet in Rio at the same time with EMOD's conference. In the end, I would like to show some pictures from the seminar dinner, and thanks once again for Swiss team Konrad Brunner and Rita Belle for perfect seminar arrangements.